Hello everybody, welcome to Filmmaking. Today boy and Dulabic here. So, are you interested in adding sound panels to your home office? Stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome to part 3 of my 5-6 part series, somewhere around there, on my home office. So in this part we're going to talk about sound panels, which you can see right behind me, and there's some in front of me. I'm going to show you what I did, and hopefully I'll help you guys with your little setup. So I'm going to show you the before and after footage. You're going to hear what it sounds like, and I'll go through the process of installing it. This process took a few weeks for me because I was wasn't sure exactly what to do in terms of which sound panels to use. So initially I ordered these guys right here, and then I decided, well, they're good. I mean, I kept them, but then I ordered more, and I ordered these guys right here. So I'll go through all of them in more detail, and you'll see, what they are and all that stuff. So before we do anything, let me show you a before and after so you can actually hear the difference. Alright, so here's just a quick sound test. This is what it sounds like without any panels on. So right now there's nothing here, it's just naked walls. So this is what it sounds like. You can notice a bit of an echo. And so we're going to be back, and you're going to hear what it sounds like with the panels on. We'll be right back. Alright, so here's the sound test now with the sound panels being installed. So you have them on both sides to my left and right. Now obviously this is also not the greatest angle for me. I just wanted to do it because I did it previously when the room didn't have any sound panels. Normally I'd be facing that way, which means there's a sound panel in front of me, one behind me, and then when I do voiceover I'm facing that way, so same thing. So this is not the greatest test, but I hope you can still hear the difference from before when there was nothing to now. So as you can see, or technically hear, there's a huge difference going from no sound panels at all to having this final setup or current setup. I might tweak it down the road. There's a difference. There's definitely a difference. It's a lot less echo, in the voice. The sound is bouncing off a lot less with the sound panel. So, that's the main thing. That's what you want. For me, this works. You can always improve on it. You can always do it better, obviously. For me, this works. So now let's go through the process where I actually show you how I did it and, what I did. Hello, everybody. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to move some things around. So right now, as you can see behind me, I've got these panels here. So there's, what do we got? Well, there's supposed to be 12 panels, but there is 13 because of the speakers. So what I'm gonna do, basically what I have right now, I've got that behind me, and on this wall here I've got basically the same thing but with the additional panel. So I've added more, bought more of these panels, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the ones from here, add them on this side, so I'm gonna fill up all this space here, right there, and then on the other side it's gonna fill up most of the wall with basically the same thing. Because I realized even though having these two here did make a difference, it didn't make enough of a difference for me. This room is very tricky. We have vinyl flooring underneath us, so no carpet, right? Obviously, it's a relatively big room. I mean, I'm using a wide-angle lens, but it's a relatively decently sized room, so sound travels, it bounces off, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I really want to tone that down as much as possible because I want to keep doing, obviously, these videos, and I want to move around and all that, and, I just want to do the best I can. So let's do that now. I'm going to take these ones off, and I'm going to mount them on here, and once all that's done, I'll be back. Alright, so we're done with this side right here. I took this, panels off of that side, put it over here. So now on this side over here, I'm gonna put new panels that I bought. So it's these guys right here. These are actually slightly different. So these ones over here are egg crate shaped, and they're actually 1 inch thick, which is not the greatest. These guys are actually 2 inches thick, and as you can tell, it's actually, well, it's double in width, so it's going to absorb the sound much better. And these are, what the hell is that called? It's not egg shaped. That's whatever this pattern is. I don't know. It's shaped differently. Ideally, you want to have 2 inch ones all over the place, because like I said, it's going to absorb the sound better. In my case, I had already bought these. I had already hung the ones over here. So I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine. I mean, it's still going to be much better than what I had before. So, it'll be fine. So like I said, these will go on the other side. I also have them in blue and black, so it'll match visually with these ones. So that's it. The only other thing, these ones are slightly smaller. The ones behind me are 12 by 12 inches. This is 9.25. It's 25 centimeters, which is 9 inches and something. So it's a little bit less, which is fine. This wall over here, yeah, it actually kind of fits, because I have that little vent thing that extrudes out of the wall, so that should fit. If you do need 12 by 12, just make sure you get the right ones. These ones are Arrowzoom. I think it's called Arrowzoom. Yeah. The one behind me, I'll link it all in the description. I can't remember what it is, but the Arrowzoom, for my research, is supposed to be really good. And yeah, so we'll find out. Let's get these puppies installed, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so it's actually the next day. I realized a couple of things. First of all, these things need about 24 hours to fully expand. Although the black ones that I got, they expanded basically pretty much almost right away, maybe a couple of hours after. But the blue ones that I got, these ones here, they definitely needed longer, and they're actually still not the same width as the black ones. So it's almost getting there, but it's definitely not quite. So I don't know if they're actually supposed to be a little bit smaller in width, because this is 2 inches and this definitely is not. It's it's like 1.5 inches or so. So I don't know, we'll see. And also another thing I realized, which is very important, I'm actually using command strips to put these things on the wall, which are these guys right here. These are used for posters, and they are excellent because when you put them on, they stay on. That's fine. That's not a concern. But when you take them off and you peel it off, as you saw when I peeled off the old ones there, when I moved them to the other side of the wall, there is no damage here. Damage free. Love it. I use command strips for basically everything in this entire room, except for obviously the wall mounts, from a monitor and for the speakers. But for everything else, I'm using these guys, and I love them primarily because they don't damage the wall. And yeah, even my small tripod, I hung on these. Just got to make sure that they support a certain weight, right? These guys are just for posters, so don't use anything heavy on this. So anyway, that's that. So I'm gonna now finish hanging these guys on the wall behind me. So I have 24 of those. So I'm gonna be putting them on right now, and then basically I have 24 on this side, which is the side with the computer, and then on this side right here. And the idea is that when I record sound, as it bounces off the two walls, it's going to create a lot less echoes and that kind of stuff. Ideally, you're supposed to put them also on the sides. Problem is, on this side, I really can't. Got the blinds here. That won't work. On that side, I actually have a closet door, so I could put them there. So I'll see how this works out. So maybe I'll put a couple there. I'd have to order them because I, don't have enough. But yeah, I'll see how this works out. But I got a good feeling that just doing this will be a huge difference. Will make a huge difference. I mean, okay, let's get this done. So that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you and in, your setup and all that. Obviously, your setup will be different than mine, so certain things will be different, certain things will be the same. Whatever it is, few tips, I guess, things that I've learned. I would definitely recommend go for the 2-inch one, even though, like I said, me having the mix, I'm still happy with it, but, having 2-inch all over the place is definitely gonna improve your the sound absorption and all that stuff. Make sure, from my research, you should definitely have sound panels in front of you, and you should have them in the back because, as you talk, the sound's gonna bounce off, it's gonna travel, right? So definitely have them in front and the back. You should have them on the side. Basically, there's a mirror test which what you do is you put a mirror on the side and you're kind of looking at, whenever you can see yourself in the mirror, that's where you should put the sound panels. I think that's how it goes. So anyway, look into that, Google that, if you really want to optimize it to the best, and make sure you get that sound quality. You can also get these sound panels that you put in the corner. I don't know what they're called, corner piece. I don't know. So look into that. Like I said, it all depends how far you want to take this. If you really want to create basically a sound studio, if you're recording vocals, music, whatever it is, yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot more than what I did here. Now, if you are a YouTuber like myself, especially if you're starting off and you just wanna, get some decent sound, get rid of some of the echo, this is definitely going to do it. In your case, you might only need maybe, 6-panel front, 6-panel in the back. Again, it all depends how big your room is. If you have carpet, or at least a rug, something like that. Anything that will basically dampen the sound, right? So as I mentioned, I have vinyl flooring. Not the greatest. If you have laminate flooring, not the greatest. The sound is going to bounce off. So if you can put a rug down, excellent. That's gonna help, right? And that kind of stuff. So that's it. As I mentioned, links to everything will be in the description, so check those out. And as always, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos, tell your friends and all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.